Well, as half an Irishman, I'm entitled to say, as the Irishman apocryphally did when asked the road to London, I wouldn't have started from here. The exceptionalization of Donald Trump, to which you've just been listening, is absurd. Donald Trump's been the President of the United States for less than 2 years. Did the chaos in the world start less than 2 years ago? It's utterly ridiculous. The crooner, your idol, nice soup Barack, destroyed Libya and turned it into a slave market and a jihad market for at least 7 heavily armed different Islamist groups. It wasn't Trump that did that. It was Obama that did that. You have the gall to pray and aid George W. Bush as somehow better than Donald Trump. George W. Bush and your other hero, Tony Blair, killed 1 million people in Iraq and rising, spawned ISIS, cascaded it across the world. You say how happy, how smug you are about the rules-based society that we had before Donald Trump 23 months ago, 22 months ago. Where was the rules-based order in the invasion and occupation of Iraq? An utterly illegal act, the consequences of which we'll still be feeling in 100 years from now. Where was the rules-based in the destruction of Yugoslavia? No international law, no United Nations Security Council, unilateral use of Western power deployed by the people you're trying to persuade us were better than Donald Trump. Vietnam was leveled, bombed back to the Stone Age, drowned in chemical weapons by Richard Nixon and by Lyndon Johnson. They were a part of this rules-based complacency of which you speak. And in aid of your argument, you draw attention to the fact that populists are coming to power. The populists are coming to power precisely because of the failure of your international order, precisely because of the failure of your orthodoxy. It's because neoliberal politics totally failed in Italy that you have the government in Italy you have. Ditto in Hungary. Ditto the rise, although it's stopped now. You may have noticed that Mélenchon, with whom I agree in every particular, is now the most popular politician in France. Not Le Pen. She's gone off for psychiatric treatment. The rise of Trump, the rise of Corbyn, the rise of the right and the populists in Italy are all because of the failure of this order, which you so smugly wish to return us to.
I don't think it was about foreign policy, George, to be honest. The reason these populists have been so successful is because of domestic discontent.
But you can't separate foreign policy.
Yes, you can. The average voter on the doorstep who's voting for Donald Trump is not talking about Syria. They're talking about jobs and manufacturing.
You're quite wrong, in fact.
Really?
The reason for the rise of the populists in Italy is why? Because the country has been flooded by millions of refugees from the wars begun by your heroes.
First of all,
that's the reason why.
Let Mark defend himself.
Can I
have returned?
Yeah, okay, can I first of all...
Well, he's spoken for twice as long as me already.
I think... I think you're both getting a very fair crack.
For more debates, talks and interviews, subscribe today to the Institute of Art and Ideas at IAI TV.